Most times we are always so afraid of losing so much. Many of us have lost so much, and it tends to run out of time. You look at your time, you look at where you were, you look at where you are and where you are going to, and you realize that you are out of time. What am I going to do? How will I get myself back? How will I get what I lost back? Humanly, it is difficult and impossible. But there is somebody that can restore everything. There's a difference between damage and destroy. If something is damaged, it could be repaired. But if that thing is destroyed, it is gone. But that's what God is saying. He did not say He will restore the damaged things. He says it will destroy, it will restore what has been destroyed. That is, He's giving you impossibility. It is pride. I, as God, I will restore to you what is damaged. I will restore to you what has been destroyed. In case you think there's no hope again. In case you think I saw, it was born. It was. He said, don't worry. I, the Lord, will do what? Will restore. What a great promise. Many of us have spent years in tears, years in sorrow, years in setback, years in disappointment, years in sleepless nights. Sometimes 20, 30, 40 years. And all hope is lost. But God says today, I will restore the years. Not just restore what you lost. He will restore the years. If I wasn't a pastor, I would think how God would do that. How would God restore years? But you know one thing? God can give you 1 month blessing that will make you forget about your 30 years of sorrow. Yes. 1 month of blessing, and it will appear as if you never went through what you went through. Times and seasons are in His hands. So when you think time has passed, that is your business. Because God has nothing to do with time. When you think the season has passed, that is still your business. God has nothing to do with season, because all those things are in His hands. He's a changer of time. He's a changer of season. He can make a season of pain to become a season of joy, and vice versa. A man you see today, a man you write off, a man you give up on, can become the next big thing tomorrow, even without a trace. Because it doesn't take God absolutely anything to change any story. It doesn't take Him anything. Once the time is right and He's ready to do it, it does it without the consent of anybody, including you. Most times you have a miracle is not when you were praying for the miracle. When you might have given hope on miracles, when you have said, I don't think it will happen again, the time has passed, the season is gone. That's when you will see the changer of time and season coming into play. Because He will never do anything to your own understanding. I mean, if you understand the miracle, then it's not a miracle. If you understand the breakthrough, it's not a breakthrough. It has to be beyond your understanding and imagination to be God. Don't put your faith, base your faith, your hope on results immediately after prayers. So it's supposed to happen now. It's not going to work like that. Every time you pray as a man, You have your own format unconsciously how you want that miracle to happen. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny it. You know how you want the miracle to take place. You already have a format. If it happens that way, you want God. So when all your anxiety is gone, all your anticipation is gone, all the faith, all everything you thought of is gone. You saw the day you're not even praying. The week you're not fasting. That month you said, I won't even worship God anymore. That's when He will show up. When you least expect it. And God will never do an easy thing. God will never do an easy thing. He has never done an easy thing. That is why you must always give God thanks, no matter what you achieve, no matter how little you think. If that your achievement was that little, was that small, you would have done it yourself. Are you following me? If that miracle was that simple as you think, why did you do it yourself? The fact that you couldn't do it means that it's not little, it's big. Give thanks to God in everything. I say sometimes here, until that situation gets to a point where you feel nothing will happen again, you will not see God. As long and as far as you can manage that situation, nothing will change. Nothing. Are you following me? If you can still manage it, it will not change. It means it is not beyond you yet. You're not getting my point. It means it is not beyond you. It will shock you. God will not do anything that is not beyond you for you. It will shock you. You won't thank Him. You won't even recognize it. It has to be when you go to the front, nowhere. Move backward. Right, left. You try all. You examine all. You analyze all. You have done everything scientifically, humanly possible, but nowhere. God will tell you, I am the only one that can restore what has been destroyed. Because I created all things. If God had ever done anything small, He won't talk about it today. Let's take for example that movie between Pharaoh and Aaron. He dropped his staff. Forget the fact that the staff of Moses swallowed the staff of the magician of Pharaoh. But how did he do it that his staff turned to snake? How on earth was Pharaoh that powerful to also make his staff to turn into snake? It's something we should pay attention to. How did he do it? And he could look at is this all you came from where you were to do in Egypt? Just to turn a staff into snake. Call one of those boys for me. Drop your staff, and they drop their own staffs. And all their staff. So is this all what your God can do? Just turn the staff into snake. We have passed that level already. Have you seen the challenge? You see, if God does not do the impossible, the enemy will not look at tempt you for anything. If God does not do the impossible, the enemy will still look at you and say, look at this one. Who is this one? Because there was nothing impossible before the enemy. They couldn't recognize God. That's why God will never do anything easy for you. They will not recognize Him. Even you will not recognize Him. Because it's something, if you sit down, you can do it. So it will take you to a point where you sit down and say, in my life, I don't know how this thing would have happened without God. So when you see yourself tilting and shifting to an impossibility, be careful. God is about to show up. After all said and done, Pharaoh was still hardened because he had confidence and God was angry. He said, okay, at this point I will do what you cannot do. Pharaoh, see your demon fool. Now tell me something. Can you say angel me? Yeah, tell me something. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Because God is omnipresent, omniscient. God can be here and is everywhere, but demons cannot be like that. It is impossible. And God manifested himself as omniscience and omnipresence and released only one angel. So, sir, you are entering Egypt this night. This night. Between now and morning, we will know who is God. Pharaoh could stay in the palace in the night and receive news of death in the whole Egypt in one night. And his son was among. He said, no. This matter is serious than what I thought. That same night, bring Moses and Aaron. Bring them. What do you want? So you want to go? You can go. Go. If that thing did not happen that way, there wouldn't have been any difference. They would have still been there in bondage. The only way God will unlock himself for you and to you is through impossibilities. So that difficult and impossible task is there to unveil God to you. Are you following me? Is there to do what? Unveil God to you. If you have never trusted God before, start trusting God. Do you know what trust means? Trust means faith. And faith means what? Means you now have committed yourself to somebody more reliable than you, stronger than you, smarter than you. That's what it means. So if you commit yourself to somebody more stronger, reliable than you, you have no cause to be worried. We are always worried because we have a solution in our head, but it's not happening. You feel that job should be given to you tomorrow. Once I walk in, they will look at me and say, that job that's what you have in mind. It won't work that way. God has a way of doing that same thing for you. Are you following me? It won't work that way. That's why when you pray, don't have a solution in your head. Just pray and go your way. When they got to the Red Sea, that was impossibly impossible. This one, God, how will they explain it? This is Red Sea. This is Red Sea. No ship. You don't go into the speedboat. No. It is a sea. And behind us, an Egyptian. Moses lost faith and started crying. Moses was with the staff, forgot the staff. Because what he saw was so challenging. Moses forgot God, forgot the staff, and started crying. Said, this matter, how will we do it? And God was laughing because that's what he wanted. Said, Moses, why are you crying? Why are you calling me? Imagine God telling you, why are you calling me? Sir, excuse me, sir. Have you seen what is in front of me? So what do you? I shouldn't call you. What should I do? Hope you're following me. Because you are speaking from the point of impossibility, but he's talking to you from the point of possibility. Because with him, all things are possible. So when you respond to you like that. When you think God should say, oh, again me, God is not saying again me. He said, keep moving. Say, God, what are you saying? Where am I moving to? But he's talking to you from the point of all possibilities, all round possibilities. And he talked to Moses. What do you have in your hand? The stuff you gave me, of course, sir. See, that's all you need. You don't need any extra anointing. What I gave to you is enough for 20 generations after you. You don't need anything else. Just that stuff. And he told them, hold on. For But today, you will see the salvation. The Egyptians you see today, you will see them no more. And the Lord says, step back. Raise the staff above the water. He didn't even have the picture of what will happen. Maybe he thought all of them will fly on the water, or a boat from somewhere will come and carry them. That is not God. That is too cheap for God. A first time in the history of mankind that I see 10,000 deep feet could part, build walls, and suddenly the ground became dry. How do we explain this? The whole Israel will look at the water and went from nowhere, packing waters. And the Bible laid emphasis that it was on dry ground. They did not walk on mud. They walked on a dry ground. Mind you, the enemies are coming. If this sea does not divide, we are gone. He crossed them totally. Now say, Moses, from the other side, stretch back that staff. And they could see that the walls started crumbling from both sides. The dry ground, mud started coming out from the ground. And as they got to the middle, you can't go front, you can't go backward. God showed Pharaoh, say, Pharaoh, at this point, I parted the sea. Oh, yeah, part the sea now. And you now realize that there's a power, there's a dimension your magic can take it to. There's a level it cannot pass. No matter how powerful that thing is, there's a level it can't pass. No matter the level of sacrifice you have, there's a level that magic cannot pass. Are you following me now? And the water covered them again. All of them. And they stood at the other side and counted everybody. Nobody got missing. Nobody. That's God crossed over an entire nation, and nobody got missing. How did he do that? Then why should I give up on God? I don't know anything. So when I think it should be this way, I don't know anything. And when they crossed over, Moses was astonished. Is this the water that parted some minutes ago? And he raised his hands with the entire team. And they sang that song. You know the song? Who is like unto thee? Oh Lord, who is like unto thee? Oh Lord, among the gods, who is like thee? You are beyond in holiness, fearful in praise, always true in wonders. Hallelujah. That's a song Moses sang with the children of Israel. Until tomorrow, it will not stop amazing anybody that an ocean, a sea, parted with walls, and men walk on